Alright, so here we are. Let me take this little piece of protective paper, stick them off, and take that off. Now what I will do with that is, I don't know if you guys ever heard of something called plexus. I don't have any up there, but I will spray the screen down. Well, not spray it down, but I will put some plexus on the screen because it's actually good stuff for plastics and vinyls and stuff like that. It'll help keep the dust off and help protect it at the same time. So anyway, it's hooked up to 12 volt. Well, at this point, 13 point something volt. Let's follow the cord. And I know I got plenty of wire and plenty of voltage on the wire. I got 12.6 volts over here. That should be enough to light it up. I'm not going to transmit on it, like I say, until I get an antenna system set up for it. But I will turn it on to make sure that it lights. Now these should work anywhere between maybe 11 to 15 volts, even 15.5 volts. I didn't read the actual specs. Sometimes when your power is a little lower, it may not transmit with full power, but it should stay real close. So with that, let's turn it on and see what happens. Well, it says Yeasu, and it lights up. Now again, there's no antenna at all on this thing, so we're not even going to hear any type of receive or anything at all. I just wanted to make sure that everything lit up. You're not going to see any movement because there's nothing there for it to receive to make it move. But that is a start to see that it at least lights up. And this does turn. Alright, and changes frequencies. VFO. It's got the S meter, power meter. It's got bandwidth, shifts, notch filters. Seems to have just about everything that we need. That changes the down here. That puts me into a scope. Now what the scope would be doing is, if there was an antenna on it, it would be showing me signals up and down. And if there's a higher signal there, I can tune to it, because that's usually an indication that somebody's talking, or a very high noise level someplace. But I would be able to tune it. As you can see that little thing turning back and forth down there. I can tune to wherever I'm seeing a high point, and at that point key up and transmit and talk. So that's where that comes in. Now you can also set it, I think, for full scope. Okay? Now those are what I'm talking about, but when there's an antenna on it, that bar will be a lot higher and there'd be spikes. And the spikes that you're seeing lower here, those spikes would indicate somebody talking or a signal of sort. Could be anything, high noise level, a bunch of other things. However, basically that's it. So it does turn on, so that's a start. There's nothing physically wrong with the radio that I can see. So it could be that it was just retaped at the factory, you know, because it was, like I say, well packaged. And the box that it was in was taped up very well. So, and usually the factory doesn't send it out to the dealers or distributors in a box like that. That's the retail box. Alright, usually that box is boxed into another box, which it was, which is a plain Jane box. And then the dealer usually takes it out of the plain Jane box and sells it to you like that, unless they're shipping it. Then they ship it to you just like they received it, basically. And in this case, they went above and put it into a third box, which is that one down there. So HRO is a good place. They've been around a long time, and I've always bought from them. I feel comfortable buying from them. And if there's a problem with it, I know that they will say, not a problem. We'll take it back and give you another radio. I mean, they're, you know, they go up and beyond. So I'm kind of satisfied with HRO. Now there's other ones out there as well, but usually HRO, because of the size, their buying power is a little better as well. So therefore, they usually have a little bit better deals going for them. Now I could have bought this on Amazon and paid I think it was $14.95 or $15.99 for it. Ah, yeah. Where Amazon was $13.79 with an $80 cash rebate right off the bat. All right, so that came off the top. So that brought it down to 12 change, $12.99, and then the $200 rebate brings it down to $10.99. Yeah. All right, so that's up, that's running, and I am going to shut down. I have to go and pick up something for my knee because my knee is killing me. I did something to it, and it's just not right. So I got to go to the drugstore, pick up a script, and I'm going to pick up a little knee wrapper, knee brace of some sort. Okay, as you can tell, it's a total disaster on this bench. It's starting to look like the other bench, the old shop. However, this is only here because we've been working on that Darth Vader thing that's taking up basically two of my benches, well actually three of things. So I haven't had a chance to work on any of my projects. They just keep getting thrown over here in the corner. However, I need one of these mounts. I have two of these cameras, which I like. I actually talk to my wife on it every now and then because she'll, when she's at work, she'll see if I'm in the shop, and we can communicate back and forth through it because it has a microphone and a speaker in it. However, I need the other bracket for the other one that I have in the house. And I know I took it and put it someplace. I just don't know where the hell I put it. And seeing that my projects are just piling up over here, next week all my projects are going to get taken care of, including this one, because that's got to go out. Where are we? That has to go outside too. But like I say, somewhere around here I have, what the hell is that? I don't know. I have another one of those brackets. I just don't know where did I put it. So I'm going to have to wait until I go through some of this stuff, because I want to throw it out because I need it. So it's around here someplace. Ah, I found it. Aha! That's easy. All right. Now, while I'm out here, back to this for a minute. That's the Yeasu FTdx-1200. They also make a conversion. Well, they don't make a conversion. There is a conversion for this. Now, the conversion does a few things, one of which is illegal. The conversion actually opens up this radio to transmit and receive on 11 meters, which is your CB frequencies. And anything more than 4 watts on CB is illegal. Now, does anybody really abide by that? No. 4 watts on CB radio would be like you talking to your spouse or a friend in a crowded room with 1,000 people, and each one of you are on the other side of the room whispering to one another. I mean, that's all there is to it. You know, it's not going to happen. So naturally, you need more power. However, to convert this to that would be illegal. Now, on the other side of the coin, the same conversion that opens up those frequencies also open up frequencies that are legal. Ah, yeah, right. So that's where that's at. However, I will not do any of those conversions until I have this radio and used it for at least 2 or 3 months. Because if it goes back to the factory under the warranty period of time with a conversion done, they will charge me to fix it. Or if it has to go back to ham radio outlet for any reason and the conversion is done. Aha. So I will make sure that I use this radio for a month or so, at least a month, probably closer to 2, maybe even into 3. Not unless it works fine and I get super excited ahead of time. If I do the conversion, though, I will show you, but there's tons of videos out there showing the conversions for these things, but that's so much for that.